Hello everyone, welcome back to Clever Learner. In this video, I will explain what RabbitMQ is and gonna deep dive about it. So in this video, you will learn what is RabbitMQ, what are the advantages of RabbitMQ, and what are the different types of exchanges in RabbitMQ. So let's get right into it. So RabbitMQ is a message broker software. If you didn't already know what a message broker is, a message broker is something that allows communication between two different applications or software by sending messages between them. RabbitMQ is also a queuing software that queues the messages that are being sent between applications. Now you might be wondering how RabbitMQ works. First, we have a publisher that wants to send a message to another application who we call a subscriber. In between the subscriber and the publisher sits RabbitMQ. In RabbitMQ, there's something called an exchange which routes the messages to the queues which sends the messages to the subscriber. That's pretty much how RabbitMQ works. You might also be wondering what are the advantages of RabbitMQ. First is flexible routing, which allows us to cover multiple types of problems. For example, in some software, you need to send messages to a lot of queues at once. You can use a fanout method, which allows RabbitMQ to send messages to all connected queues to the exchange. It also allows asynchronous communication, which allows systems to work independently. RabbitMQ is also highly scalable as it effortlessly handles increased traffic. We also have to discuss the multiple types of exchanges in RabbitMQ. First, we have fanout exchange, which sends out messages to every single queue connected to that exchange. Next, we have the direct exchange, which specifies which queue to send the message to. Then you have the topic exchange, which we will go into detail later as it is very complicated. And finally, you have headers exchange, which is pretty similar to topic exchange. So, a fanout exchange first has a publisher that wants to send a message to the exchange. So, what the exchange will do, it will send message to every single queue, which will eventually be consumed by the subscriber. So, a fanout exchange means the messages that is sent to the exchange will be sent to every single queue connected to that exchange. Next, we have the direct exchange, where we specify which key we want to send the message to. So you need to specify a routing key which the exchange will route to that specific queue. So if a routing key of car, it will send it to the car queue. If a routing key of a cycle, it will send it to the cycle queue. Next, we have the topic exchange. This one is a bit complicated than the other ones, but it's extremely powerful. So for the binding key or the routing key, it is a pattern. First, if you have a star before a binding key, it means you can have only one word before it. But if you have a hash before or after it, it means you can have as many words as you want. So for example, for the routing key, if you have bmw.car, it will go to the hash car route. But if you have bmw.bmw hash car, it will not go to that one because it doesn't match. But if you have like big.bike.cycle, then it will go to the hash.bike hash. Next, you have the topic exchange, which is more complicated than the other exchanges because it is a pattern. If you have a star before something, it means you can only have one word before it, and if you have a star after it, it means you can have only one word after it. Then you have the hash. If you have a hash before or after, it means you can have as many words before or after. So if you have a routing key, first if you want to send a message to the car queue, you need to have like bmw.car, because then it will send the car because it only has one word before it. But if you want to send something to the cycle queue, you can have as many words as you want after the cycle dot. So for example, cycle.big.extreme it will go to the cycle queue. So that's pretty much all for this video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. You can either comment down on the video or you can email me directly at abdulrahmantalha.dev@gmail.com.